Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, sister. So the question here is regarding whether the sister should move to her husband's country. At the moment, they've had their nikah and they're living in separate countries, but she's worried about leaving her job and the country in which she's living to go and live with where her husband is living. So as we know, marriage comes with great compromise on both sides. And this is almost always the case. There's very few marriages where no compromises are made at all. So the thing to be aware of is that compromises do need to be made. Sometimes they might just be very small things, but often they can be big things as well. So in this case, it is a big thing. Leaving your job and moving to another country is a big thing, and it is a big compromise to make in marriage. But in the last sentence of your query, you do say that, you can't really refuse what your husband wants you to do. So it's all about trying to convince yourself that it is the right thing to do. So here I'll be really advising you on how you can convince yourself and to make things easier for you in moving, rather than trying to advise you or convince you to maybe convince him to move to you instead, because it sounds very much like you're willing to accept what he wants you to do and to go to where he's living, rather than convincing him to come to you. So I'll advise based on this, because this is what you kind of imply in your last sentence, that you know that it is what you have to do, but it's just about convincing yourself that it's the right thing to do and how to make things easier for yourself. So just remember that if you were to stay where you are, you'd be in a long distance relationship, which comes with very much baggage, and it makes things very difficult in a marriage, especially when you know that your husband wants you to go and be with him. So that would place a great burden on your relationship should you choose to stay. Long distance relationships are difficult and come with difficulties. So you need to think about that, and that the fact that it's something that you discussed early on when you got together. And you'd agreed to it already, so it would not be really fair at this point to say that you're not willing now to come when you've already discussed it. So imagine as well on his side of things that if you wanted him to come to you, then he's going to be going through the same as what you're going through now. So it's something's got to give here. But it sounds like you've kind of already agreed to go to him anyway in the first place. So we'll keep working with this. So the thing you said is that moving to be with him would mean obviously you'd have to give up your job and take on jobs within the house, say, in the country where he lives, and you don't know how to do that, and that is scary for you. And that is it. I think you've really got things there. Fear of the unknown or fear of things that you don't know are things that can be scary. And I wonder whether this is actually the thing that's more difficult for you than everything, really, is that you're going to be going to something that you don't know. We don't like the unknown. We're scared of the unknown because we don't know what to expect, especially when it's something that we feel like we don't know how to do. So I think this is probably what the main difficulty is for you here. So just understand that we'll pick up new things. Doing new things, it can be exciting, but it can be scary as well. But they're things that you'll pick up. You'll pick up these things with practice. So you don't need to worry that right now you can't do them, because when you go and when you practice these things, you'll become competent in them and things will get a lot easier. And also there is this the ayat in the Quran that says you might hate something that's good for you, and the other way around as well. You might like something that's not good for you as well. So it might be that this move is actually what's going to be good for you. Even though you're not particularly keen on it right now. So there may be good at the end of it, and inshallah there will be, because you'll be moving to be with your husband. So that's kind of pushing me on to the next thing here. I want you to think about how to make things easier for yourself in the process, is to focus on the positives, rather than don't focus on the fact that you're leaving a job that you love, but actually you're going to go and live with your husband, and that's a really positive thing. So be focusing on this positive aspect of things instead of focusing on the negative, and that will make things a lot easier for you as well by focusing on these things. It's exciting as well, it's something new, and you're going to be with your husband, and that's a really great thing. That's something to really focus on as well. And in addition as well, do control what you can. Going, to another country, you probably feel very out of control right now. So control what you can. You decide when you resign from your job and when you move to the new country. So give yourself that control that you feel that you don't have now as well. And that will also make things an awful lot easier as well, because you have control of part of it as well. So that will make things easier for you as well, inshallah. And just, moving is stressful. Leaving a job and moving jobs, moving house, moving countries is very stressful. So you need to make sure to take care of yourself as well. Take care of your physical health, be with friends, take care of your psychological health as well. So make sure to be taking care of yourself, sleep well, eat well, get exercise as well. And this, again, will make things easier for you as well, inshallah. So I hope that will make things easier for you when you think about it from this perspective. Take care of yourself and really just focus on the positives as well. So inshallah, this will make things easier for you. So may Allah grant you happiness in your marriage with your husband, inshallah, both in this life and the next. Ameen.